So when did you first meet Tony Sunshine?
Oh, shit. When that nigga moved, excuse me, sorry, once again, sorry about that N-word. I'm trying to think what year he moved to Forest Projects, because I met him I'm trying to think when he moved there. It was young. We was 16, 17 when, I could be lying. I'm not even too sure. I met him when he was like 16 because he lived on the 8th floor, and my man Harv and Lewis, they was part of Posse None. They lived on the 8th floor too. I'm lying. Tony lived on the 8th floor. My man Harv lived on the 8th floor. Tony mom's, rest in peace. You know what I mean? His mom's passed away. Rest in peace. I do show him respect for that. But yeah,
RP the Wanda. Right?
Yeah, definitely RP Wanda. His moms used to hang out with my man Harv's mom's PANDA. So they worked in the hallway. And we used to hang out in Harv's house. So Tony was hanging out there, and that's how we met him. Anthony, that's how we met Anthony. You know, he lived in the hall, and that's how we really grew up.
So what was your first impression of him when you first met him?
I mean, I already knew he was about, because, the dude, he was weird. You know, at first I didn't, we knew where he come from. You know what I mean? He was struggling, things like that. Nobody was rich at that time. But at the same time, there's other ways. We didn't know his background till he started telling us. I don't know if he was telling us to feel sorry for him, but we understood it. And that's when people started taking him another way. Now.
Well, what do you mean by that, though?
I'm about to tell you. Like he had, I think he lost his pops, his grandmother. I don't know. He was poor. He didn't really have a lot of money. So he didn't have a lot of clothes, stuff like that. He didn't have a lot of things. So we used to help him out. I let that dude rock my clothes. It was good. That's how we built a relationship, because we used to hang out every day. We see he didn't have nothing. I remember one time we went to the floating hospital, and he knew this chick. It was this chick. Her name was Inez. But this was a good day. That was a good day. And he went down there to sing, and I rapped. I did a little 16 bars on, it was the floating hospital. Never forget. And then we came back, and, he was dating that chick, but it wasn't none with me. But that's like a good moment. And, he used to wear my clothes. We used to share a lot of things, all of us, And,
so you guys were really close then?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. People don't understand. That's why people, they quick to assume and make judgments. But no, we was tight, man. It wasn't like I just know him. You understand? I know Tony before. Anthony is Anthony. We used to ride skateboards together. Skating the hallways, hanging in the hallways, 9-8. We in each other's house, man. On the weekends, we hang out at each other's house. This is how deep it is. We asked our parents, can we stay in each other's house? Because we was rocking playing Nintendo, son. That's when Nintendo was dope, man. Double Dribble was out. We hang out at each other's house, man. At that time, we wasn't smoking weed, doing nothing like that, man. Mom Dukes and things like that didn't play. We was hanging out as a crew. We was actually riding skateboards, chilling. A whole lot. So it goes way back like that. That's how deep it goes, And everybody started aging, but I started noticing the kid was weird when, the dude, the way he used to hang out with us. Never seen him have a fight. He never had a fight. Never in the street. Tony's not. He never, ever, ever, ever had a fight. But the dude will call cops on himself. Cops would come, and he'll run just to draw himself attention. All right, that's facts. And he can't lie about that. He done that plenty of times on a Friday. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that, though? Like, you mean just for fun? He'll like...
Yeah, just for fun. Just for fun. We'd be hanging on 166 and 10, man. We'd be hanging in front of the store. Next you know, a bunch of cops will roll up. And next you know, he's like, yo, and Tony will start running. It's like, yo, what this dude doing? What is he doing? And no cap, man, no cap. Of course he'd deny that, but so it was just weird. But anyway, we always thought something was wrong with him then. And then he got into a car accident. So I don't know what was the issue with that, but.
So the times that you were hanging out with Tony before this situation happened and everything, right? The times that you were hanging out with Tony, There was a lot of times that you guys were just like on some like one-on-one, like real bonding kind of like shit, like where you guys shared like real brother time.
Yeah. Yeah. We hung out. He hung out in my house. I hung out in his house. There's plenty when nobody was around. We had chicks in his house. It was like some real shit. We went to the show. We hung out. We protected each other. He was part of Posse None. He was part of Littlevilles, man. We protected him. He never really went out with us and bang. He never hung out on a Friday. So he didn't go out to things like that. His moms and them, he always had an excuse, but he always stood out of trouble. That wasn't his life. So we didn't knock him for that. That wasn't his lifestyle. I mean, he was a fucking singer.
Well, what about what Cuban said? Cuban said that there would be times he would do dumb things like knock out a homeless person or something like that, but like he wasn't like fighting.
Well, he was grown, and that's true. He'd do dumb things like that. I mean, to try to gain respect. But that's not gaining respect. I mean, you see that a lot around our hood. I mean, they used to knock out bums a lot. I mean, it was, I don't know, I guess it was just a thing. But I guess he thought he was gaining some props and getting some, you know, I mean, whatever. But he used to do some dumb shit. That's part of the dumb shit, is like one of the time calling cops on himself and running. It's part of it. It's camp shit. You know what I mean?